All right. Happy Wednesday, people. Happy Wednesday, man. I love to see us just coming together every single Wednesday, growing, building, figuring out solutions. And that's what it's all about. That's what, the mob is all about, coming together, sharing resources, sharing knowledge, and really just moving as a unit, moving as a family. And that's how we've been moving. Like, it's been such a blessing. Really just seeing everybody and how everybody is just growing, seeing the progress in front of our eyes, and just seeing how far we've came, with our brainstorming sessions, just, in this last year and a half. We've really been staying consistent. We haven't missed a Wednesday yet, which is to say the least amazing, because I know we all have busy schedules, and I know we just all be on, different time zones, and most of us is in different industries. But we make sure that we make time to get on every single Wednesday. I like to call it Wednesday because we made it another week. We're able to come on and and be acquainted and meet such great people, such powerful people every single Wednesday. So it's just a blessing, man. It's just a blessing to, be in you guys' presence. Every Wednesday, you guys already know if you've been on, we like to touch on different topics surrounding business and just surrounding economic growth at the same time. Our main goal here at the Mob is to create more jobs, quite frankly. But it starts with, having the right education and having the right resources for all of us. So, that's something that we've been doing, providing reliable resources and reliable education, right? We've been going through all of our modules. If you're new, welcome on. We always love to see new faces and, really just hear new perspectives and figure out how we can grow. And, that's what we've been doing. We've been steadily, advancing and expanding. So, shout out to, our new faces that we have on here. And shout out our old faces too, as well. Shout out our regulars, shout out the mob, shout out our mob members, affiliates, mentors, advisors, the whole nine. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it wouldn't even matter if you guys wasn't a part of this journey with us. So that's the whole point. So real quick, like I said, the whole point of this is to connect the dots, making sure that you guys have the opportunity to connect with each other. So go ahead and blow up that chat, post your websites, post your social medias, and post where you're listening in from. And while you're at it, go follow somebody else's platform, or check out somebody else's website as well. You just never know who you're on this call with. Every single week, we got some juggernauts on, and different people from just different backgrounds, and that's the beauty of it at the end of the day. Most of you guys probably wouldn't have never met, in other circumstances. So it's always good to create a platform where, powerful people can meet up and, join forces and, figure out some solutions. So again, if you haven't yet, go ahead and blow up that chat, post your websites, post your social medias, and post where you're listening in from. I got a great icebreaker question for you guys today. So, just like you guys know, every single Wednesday, I love to give you guys the opportunity to introduce yourself. And I love to, especially these last couple of weeks, we've really been more intentional about speaking on how our brands and how our companies, products, and services, solve a problem in our community. And I think that's big, especially being an entrepreneur, you always want to make sure that you're solving a problem. It's not just about making money, you guys. It's not just about, living a high life or whatnot, even though, hey, some extra residuals is always good. But at the same time, we want to make sure that you guys are actually benefiting the community, and if not, at least putting your mindset to where, okay, well, maybe it's a new project that you're working on, or maybe you want to explore a new business or a new industry. I think it's always important for us all to always keep in mind what problems can we solve as a unit, as a business, as an entity. So that's what we've been diving in these last few weeks. So when I call in you guys, I want you to, give a short introduction about yourself. But I want you guys to go into, what problem are you solving with your business, with your product, with your service, in the community. Also, I want you to also go into, what challenge are you currently um, facing right now when it comes to business development, advertising and marketing, and just scaling, and then we're going to go into the icebreaker question. So speaking of scaling, today's icebreaker question is just about that. It's about scaling and growth. And for you guys that know, that's one of our modules. I'm not going to touch too much deep into. I'm probably going to touch on a few elements when it comes to scaling and growing your business. I don't want to, bore you guys out and go through this whole outline. This is a lot that comes with it. But if you're a member, this is something that we will be going over. Just making sure you guys understanding each one of the modules. And we will be making sure that we're also putting these things in place. Um, just like these last few weeks, we've been giving out assignments, based around each module. Shout out to everybody who's actually been doing the assignments. Again, it's not for me; it's for your business. At the end of the day, So if you're not doing these things, hey, at the end of the day, you're gonna be the only one to pay for it. So I just want to make sure you guys are, knocking out every single element and, making sure that you got all your P's and Q's together and, making sure that you just have all your ducks in a row at the end of the day. So again, I'm gonna call on you guys to introduce yourself. I want you to touch on one problem you're solving with your company, product, or service, and then I want you to touch on one challenge you're currently facing when it comes to business development, advertising, and marketing. And then we're gonna go right into the icebreaker question, which is, what's one small change you made in your business that end up having a surprisingly big impact on your growth? What's one small change you've made in your business that end up having a surprisingly big impact on your growth? All right, all right, all right, all right. So I'm gonna get the calling on you guys. Usually it's in alphabet. Okay, I think it is in alphabetical order. So Miss Angeline Payne, how's it going, Queen? How's it going?
I am exhausted.
The marathon continues. I know you moving and shaking trees.
Yes, indeed. 4 o'clock a.m. billionaire time. I am up and at it.
I love it. Love it.
So, we have really been working, getting the vote out. Be mindful, I also founded a national party. So we have to make sure that we're working with our candidates and making sure they're out there and getting that vote out there. One of our candidates is Cesar Gonzalez. He's running for the Douglas County Commissioner chair, and his chairmanship right now looks very good. So there's a lot of people who are content in Douglas County and they want a new chairperson. So we've been working really diligently and hard, getting all the information, especially virtually, to make sure that people are getting out to vote. So it's been a really fun time the last 3 weeks.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
But at this point now, we have been working to educate the voters on how to vet candidates and how to engage with them after they hire them, and letting them know that they're the boss, not the individuals that they hire at the local, state, or federal. Those are your administrators. And we have to learn how to engage with them, so we let them know what our needs, wants, and desires are. And there's a process for that. So we've been educating them on that. I've been on WIGO radio informing people, and I will be on WIGO radio again this Monday, just so that we can understand how important it is for us to get out there and vote, even if you don't want to vote for anyone on our ballots. There is a spot where you can just check off and say, I don't want to vote for no one in this party. And you can also write in candidates that you want to write in. You could even write yourself in if you like to on those ballots. Remember, it is your choice who you want to vote for.
Most definitely.
So we've been having a really, really, really good time getting that out. It's been fun, but exhausting. And my challenge that I really have is engaging with individuals. I don't want to engage with people who know what to do. I'm looking to engage with those who don't know what to do. And just by chance, one of our chairpersons for the NAIP ran into the gentleman that runs WIGO. And he stated that he didn't know how to vet people. So that's how I got that opportunity to get on his show and speak. And he was very interested and curious about the things that we talked about. So I'm hoping that that helps move us to reaching those individuals that we need to. So that was my challenge that I needed to get to. And the very thing that I did different in my business this year was got my broker's license for 50 states. So that allowed my private bank to be able to bring in more investors so that we can help anyone who's looking to get into real estate. Now we can offer them more products so that we can even reach people that have 500 scores. So that made a big difference in what I can do for people in our communities now and reach more people who never even thought about getting into real estate.
I
So
like, I like.
that's how it's been for me for the last 3 weeks. And it's been great, but exhausting.
Most definitely, the marathon continues. And if you could share a link, basically containing the info for, because I know a few people, even a few people on this call that may be interested in, basically just getting more into real estate, and going into that realm. So if you have any links or anything that you want to share, to help move that
I,
process.
I do. I do because we are having a watch party November 5th as well at the Kemet Club, which is in East Point, Georgia. And I would love for everyone to come out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have some nice cocktails and conversation and just really do some good camaraderie with each other and enjoy a night. That's going to be a really explosive night, I can assure you. And I hope not with the other kind of fireworks.
Right, right. Most definitely. Now everything smooth. I'm looking forward to it for sure. I appreciate you, Queen. Who we got next? Who we got next? Let me get our ring bells. What's going on, King? Let me get a short intro, and let me get one thing that you as a corporation, you as a business owner, one problem that you're solving in the community, and one challenge that you're facing.
For sure. First off, let me say what's up, bro. I had walked off for a second. Goddamn, that's why I took a little second. But how we helping the community? Well, I wear a few different hats to start off. So one, I provide housing for people in the form of they pay me rent, you know what I'm saying? But I try to be the best landlord as I could be, nowhere near slumlord. So we help people in that aspect. Also with Section 8. I also have a printing business. We basically print, press, create designs for folks. So we help people, build their brand up. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as a challenge, I would say right now, it's just getting more funding. It's a lot of grants and stuff out there. Just got to keep applying, of course. But that's the only thing I could say. Just getting a grant to come on through for a lot of money.
For real, most definitely. We definitely been on that heavy. Matter of fact, throw the ones in the chat if you actually been taking advantage of the skip program and definitely making sure, let me see see if you guys been applying for those grants. Because every Tuesday on Friday, they actually They actually been doing a great job in supplying funding for different businesses. I think they up to like 100 and something thousand, 120,000 or something like that they have funded so far. And every week they giving out $1,000 grant twice a week, and then they also do a 5,000 grant, $5,000 grant. I believe you have to have a membership or whatnot, which is super inexpensive. They also have other grants for their members as well that you can apply for. So that's one corporation that's pretty good, and I hope everybody is taking advantage of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm
So
sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. What could I get more information about that? This is my first time attending about
no
the
problem.
skit branch.
Chrissy, if you on, can you actually post that link in the chat for me?
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna post a link for you guys. So real quick, Irene Bells, let me get your answer as far as the icebreaker question, which is, what's one small change you've made in your business that end up having a big impact on your growth?
Using the access I have with people that I know. You know what I'm saying? As far as like even with the clothes, so like a part of the print and stuff, we created my own merch for the song I got called Power Up, which y'all can see on the screen right here. And long story short, when I start putting the clothes in the right people's hands, as far as like DJs, people that can put it in other folks' face that's real popular, I start selling out like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I would say the access to the people around me, I start utilizing that better versus going on Facebook being like, hey, can y'all buy my clothes? Or going on Instagram and be like, can y'all buy my clothes? I'd rather have someone in a position that can really get the people to asking like, oh man, what that said? I need that right now. Like, when you get at them, let me get that versus me trying to get somebody to buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Influencer marketing is always the way to go, because at the end of the day, people want to see who else is rocking it, who else is supporting it. And once they see that, they feeling left out. That's where you want. You want to feel
Right.
left out. They need to catch up for sure. So that's definitely a good one. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let me get CC on next. The Natural Way 365. What's going on?
Hey, hey, hey. How y'all doing?
Some blessings, peace and
I
blessings.
am the beautiful Carolyn CC Mitchell. I am all things holistic. I am a farmer. I am a formulator. I am all things holistic. So, and I help educate people on how to eat according to their blood type so they don't have to
You breaking up, CC. You breaking up. You breaking up. You breaking up. You breaking up. Is that just me?
Disorders that okay, I don't know. Something happened to my phone.
Yeah, he was breaking up bad.
All right, something happened to my phone. So I had to hop on Jazz phone real quick.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
All right, so did y'all hear me so far, or where should I pick up at?
Okay, right after holistic wellness. So just start off. So what's one problem that you're solving in the community?
I am helping educate people eat according to their blood type. I am helping them live healthy and longer. I am out in the community, feeding the community, and really being more hands-on, getting more involved with the community. So that is something that I am doing to help out the community.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're doing a great job as well. So what's one challenge that you're facing right now when it comes to business development, advertising, and marketing?
I guess I would say looking for more innovative ways of marketing and selling, because I feel like I've been like creating like the same style of content for like a good little minute. So I was thinking of new innovative styles to create and market and deliver my products.
Most definitely, most definitely. And you know, we always got to innovate, most definitely. I think market research, staying up to date with your market research really helps, you know, spark some new ideas as well. You know, really see what other people, you know, see how other people that's in your market, in your industry is, you know, marketing and theirs, and then, you know, put your own spin on it. You know, of course, virtually is, you know, digital marketing is everything, but you know, it's become so oversaturated that we have to get, you know, more out, you know, we got to think outside the box a little bit more when it comes to the digital marketing aspect, you know, so we can kind of stick out. So I think, you know, that'll really help, you know, really just pinpointing exactly what it is that other farmers and holistic wellness experts in your field is doing to market their product, you know, especially more so the bigger, you know, the bigger fish. So I think that'll help you for the most part, spark some ideas,
Mm-hmm.
spark a few different ways, and I'll also, you know, that'll also be something that I wreck my brain and, you know, do some research on as well, and, you know, shoot some ideas your way.
Yeah.
So real quick, what's one small change you've made in your business that end up having a big impact on your growth?
The small change I've made, um, way back years ago, towards the beginning of my business, the small change I made was I started giving samples, and that was a big game changer for me. So that's why I always say just sample your way to success.
I love it. I love it. Most definitely. Most definitely. I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate you. Might as well get Jay on next.
Hello. Hey, everybody. I am Jay, your local metaphysicalist. I deal with spiritual and mental health. I offer a variety of goods and services that help people in those scenarios. And some of my shortcomings, some of my recent shortcomings, I would say I started doing motivational movement Mondays. And that's the thing I do every Monday now. But I did it this Monday, but the link was kind of messing up. So I have to kind of like figure out how to get that corrected so that can move forward more fluidly. So that will say that would be one shortcoming in my things I've been doing. I guess the motivational Monday will be a high come of the week. I've got that started still, even though I had the link issues, it still started. I still did it and still doing it. So every Monday I'll be looking forward to that. And we're also going to do, what is that? What is that event we're going to next
Growers
Saturday?
Exchange.
Growers Exchange. We're going to be going to Growers Exchange this Saturday. So I am looking forward to that. And like you heard my mom say, we are also going to be volunteering and feeding the homeless this Saturday. So if y'all want to join, we're gonna send a location. It's in the description. Yeah, we're gonna put it in the chat, y'all. We're gonna put the location in the chat if y'all want to come this Saturday.
Definitely.
So what is the ice question?
So it's so what's one small change you've made in your business that end up having a big impact on you?
I guess one small change I've made that like helped me will be to putting like the information and the story with the products and the services, because I noticed when I first started putting products in stores that it wasn't selling that good, but that's because I just gave them the product and the price and not really like, you know how some stores have their product and their description at the bottom and stuff, and you read it and you gain more knowledge, or they give you a story and you want it now. So I didn't have none of that and was something like that. So when I started putting that on there, and putting the products back into the stores, they will sell it more faster. So I would say definitely give them the knowledge, give them the story. They have a connection to the product and the services.
Most definitely. I've been talking about this all year, for years actually, but that's definitely something that, I think everybody should be doing, really tapping
Yeah.
into how they can get their story across, because that's what people buy into. They don't buy into necessarily.
Yeah, because they need to know, they need to have like a feeling. They want to feel like, yeah, this product is one with me.
Definitely. Great job. I appreciate you, Queen, for sure. And speaking of stories, make sure you guys check out our most recent interviews that we just dropped on our website. We got some great stories, some great entrepreneurs on there. And if we haven't gotten a chance to interview you yet, tap in. Let's get that interview commercial done. Like I said, you're definitely going to see a difference when you put your story out there, because that's what people buy into. So yeah, let's keep doing that for sure. That's for sure. Who we got next? Can I get Chris?
What's good, family? What's good, man?
Okay.
So I'm Chris Moody. My business is Casual and Luxury Auto. I dropped the link in the chat. Y'all go to my website. Y'all realize what I do is I'm an auto broker. I do have cars I have posted, but what I really want to do is tap into each customer. I want to actually build a rapport with the customer, not only just say, hey man, I want a car, I want to deal with each person budget. So if somebody got a budget of $3,000, they say, hey Chris, I just got $3,000, but I want something good. If somebody want a car that's $8,000, I got it to where, what I'm saying, you can request the car on the site, where you can actually get funding on my site. So that's what I'm doing, like, basically. And I also rent cars. I'm trying to build my fleet of rental cars. I'm trying to rent cars at a decent price, so you don't have to go to Enterprise. You don't have to go through Hertz. Some people now doing Turo. Turo is a good platform, but what I'm starting to see is people are overpaying for these cars on Turo as well. So I'm trying to cut that down and try to actually bring it to y'all at a lower price, well, a decent price, at a fair price. And I call my company Casual and Luxury Auto, because some of us may look at a Toyota as not, as a luxury car. So it's whatever you really want to be. You can either want to be casual or you could be luxury.
Yes, sir. So what's one challenge that you're facing right now when it comes to business development?
Ooh, man. So right now it is time. I definitely want to say time, as my because most of the auctions I try to go to are early mornings, and because I have to, in my work schedule, because I'm having to take my work money, that I'm my 9 to 5 money, to actually go find you a car. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. But I still got, I can still bid online and go get the car, but it's still kind of time. And once I get home, I'm tired and exhausted from going to get the car and bringing it back to you. So that's kind of one of my things in trying to build my brand, and trying to, kind of build my brand or build myself, because I want to be a walking billboard. So everything is like I'm trying to be there for the customer, but also become a brand.
Yeah, most definitely. I think when they help that out the most is automating, and that's something that we could talk about later. But we need to figure out how we can really automate each step when it comes to your business, so you can have more time to kind of focus on other things. But automation
Yeah.
is key, especially right now. There's so many different tools out there. I had JP1 on last week, and a couple weeks before that, talking about his automation system. And we had Joe on last week talking about his automation system. So it's becoming a thing of not just the future, but the present, for sure. So that's
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah.
Sure. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that at a later time. As far as the icebreaker question, what's one small change you've made in your business that ended up having a big impact on your growth?
So one thing I have started to do is do what you can either call it some people say wholesale, some people say middleman, whatever. But that's what I started to do is become a middleman. And so if you got a car for sale that's in a good condition and it's not selling quick, I become that middleman. I'm gonna put him in a small fee, and that's helping me gain money as well. And I'm actually being able to help you sell your car a little bit faster, and also not so when someone buy your car, a lot of times you send them to the DMV to get their tag title and everything. Instead, they're going straight through me to do everything. If you got a car that's like I said, $10,000, and somebody come to your house like, well, can you take $3,000? I really want this car, and you can say, hey, all right, you know what? Let me call Casual and Luxury. The car might cost 10 right there. I might put in $1,000 fee just because I have paperwork behind it that's why I have to charge that fee. I mean, we all understand when it comes to a business, there's a lot of fees and paperwork. It's going to have to get submitted through the states and everything else. And then because I'm doing the business as well, I will be taxed later on during the year. So I got to make it taxable. I'm not going to bust your head, but I'm helping become the middleman.
I love it.
And that's what's helping me do a lot of stuff because some of these people don't want, and some of these people don't even want people coming to their house. So I'm helping you take this from your house and actually get it done.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate you, King, for sure. Let me get Mr. Fix It on next. What's going on, Mr. Fix It?
Ready to pause? Look, I got to pause it real quick. I want you to say hey to the family, then you can press play again, okay? Okay?
Hey.
Say hey, family.
Hello.
Say hey.
Okay.
You want to go back to your, okay, go. Here, take which.
I need to get back on when I'm on. You tripping.
Well, what's up, family? Peace and love. How y'all feeling?
Some
Put
blessings.
some hearts in the chat box, man. I want to see some hearts in the chat box. Because
Yes,
I start with love and I end with love too.
yes, sir.
See some hearts in the chat box. I see you, Marvette. I see y'all. I see y'all. Well, happy Wednesday, man. Most definitely got to give it back to the Most High. You know, the Creator, man. Listen, we wouldn't have this Wi-Fi. We wouldn't have this laptop, these phones. We wouldn't have nothing right now if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, for God. So I just got to start by saying that because, you know, I know He blesses everybody every day because when you wake up, that's a blessing already starting right there. So for sure, most definitely got to start off like that. Then most definitely want to give it back up to Delano, the mob, all the new people that's on today. So I'm super excited to meet everybody. I see some new faces and everything. Who y'all just saw right there, that is a reincarnation of yours truly. That's my daughter, Darla. She's 3 years old. And man, I'm telling you guys, fatherhood. Oh, most definitely gotta give big ups to my brother too, Delano, on yours coming to the world soon. So most definitely, and all the parents and everything. So I will say that that's been like a real big I want to say journey now, adding on to my journey of being a business owner, entrepreneur, you know, a brother, a son, a cousin, a good friend. You know, being a father is a whole different ball game too. So I can honestly say now, you know, what our parents and all our, you know, elders went through when it come down to, you know, actually raising your seed and everything though. But I'm just a young boy. My name is Darwin, aka Mr. Fix It, from the west side of Chicago. I am a business consultant and also a wealth building coach. So basically, one problem right now that I'm helping solve in my community is helping everybody come literate to what wealth is, or what financial literacy is, or what credit is, or what a business actually is a benefit to you. Like all of those things that we wasn't taught growing up. So you know, me looking at her every day now, it makes me think like, okay, what's next that I can bring, you know, to the picture or just to the community to just help us in general. So when I finished school at Jackson State, that was like my main thing. Seeing a lot of people in Chicago, it's a lot of heritage and tradition here, and I'm like, I can help everybody, whatever their passion is, they can just start a business. I don't care if it's shining shoes, cooking, or even if you watch kids, hey baby, we can say you can start you a daycare. Like I was always on a mission to just helping any and everybody be able to, fulfill their dreams. So, but yeah, that's most definitely what. And I'm also, one of the advisors for the M.O.B and everything as well too. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
So, what's one challenge that you're overcoming right now when it comes to developing your brand and your business?
One challenge I'm overcoming right now is being consistent on being creative and innovative on, my social media platforms. I think that was CC that was talking about it, like as far as, trying to do different things and everything. So that's one of my main goals, like, for the fourth quarter, which we was low-key talking about yesterday, is just, being a little bit innovative and, doing some more creative things on my social media platforms. So yeah.
Yes.
Progress.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to take over your social media, man. We're gonna pipe it up a little bit. We're gonna pipe it up for sure, for sure. So real quick, Darren, hold on, let me make sure I'm not hop on my phone, you guys, real quick. But what's one thing that you've changed in your business that helped your business grow unexpectedly?
Something recently or
Yeah, or in general.
okay. Well, recently something that I changed. I pretty much changed kind of basically, how can I say it? So when I'm talking to clients and everything, I'm doing my best now is to give them a better enlightenment on what credit is, like the process basically. So before, like before I'm starting to ask more people now, like majority of what they doing is what is your goal, like what is your end goal of your credit. Now mind you, I was doing that, but after that, then now I pull up like I put together like a how can I say it, like a 10, like a 10 how can I say outline. I put together an outline of basically the duration of the program and basically what they can expect moving forward once they start, because now that eliminates all the questions after once we do a consultation. So because when I do a consultation, I get a lot of questions and stuff like that. But before we even get into the consult, I go over pretty much an outline of the duration, like, because basically whenever you're dealing with a person's credit report, it can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Sometimes it may take later than that, but I just tell people like a 4 to 6 month duration. I basically break that down by 30-day increments. So I tell them the first 30 days, this is what's going to happen. Second 30 days, so I break down the duration of the process. And it's actually a lot of clients are taking more heed to that, because sometimes we have to pretty much be, how can I say it, I don't want to say dumb it down, but we got to keep it short and simple sometimes when we talking to people, because sometimes we so passionate about what it is that we do and it goes over their head. But some people are simple because that's how we grew up sometimes. So they want to get straight to the point. So I said, you know what? Okay, if people want to get straight to the point, because I get some people like, well, how much is this? So I give a duration, I give everything of an outline before the consultation. So now once the consultation is going, I'm not getting hiccups from them asking different things and different questions and everything. Who's calling, baby? Come here, let me see. So yeah, so basically setting up that outline was good. It's okay. Here you go, baby. You can go back.
It's a great element. It's a great element for sure. It's definitely something that we practice here at the M.O.B. making sure that we got our outlines. If you're a member, you already know how serious I am when it comes to those outlines, people. And it just goes back to what you were saying, bro. Really making sure that we can actually come to agreements. And sometimes as experts, like you said, sometimes we can kind of touch on different things. I know I can, especially when it comes to the digital aspect. It's
Yeah.
some certain things that you want to make sure that you kind of make sure that we align. And making sure that all of our goals are in line, is super big, because that's the only way to really grow and enhance a relationship. So having that is super important. And we've seen certain situations where sometimes when the goal is not clear, other problems arise. So making sure that we're super clear and making sure that we keeping track of our progress is another huge one as well. That I think those outlines really help with, figuring out, and making sure, keeping us on task. Because, stuff be moving fast, especially when you're an entrepreneur. So that's a great element for sure. I appreciate you, Ken.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, for sure.
So real quick, can I get Donette next?
Did I do the icebreaker? Was that the icebreaker?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yep. So the icebreaker question is, what's one small change you've made in your business that end up having an
Hmm.
impact on your growth?
Okay. Cool. That's most definitely one. That's most definitely it. All right, family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, King. Can I get done that next?
Oh, hi. Hi, y'all. You can't see me now because I'm in the dark. I was helping my son with homework. Give me 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Donnette Irving. I current retiree from the Army. I did my 20 years. I've retired, and now I get to do a lot of volunteering because that's mainly what I've been doing. So I'm a future publisher because I have a best friend who has published 2 books, and the process that she has gone through, I say we have gone through because I've helped her a lot with it. It has been eye-opening, and I feel like most publishing companies out there are just predators, straight predators. They promise a lot of things in the beginning. The sales team will tell you, we're going to do this and we're going to do this. And then when it comes time to execute, the folks that actually do the day-to-day, they're like, oh, we don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's not in your contract. So I definitely want to start a publishing company that will definitely do better and not prey on folks, period. That's the future publishing. Right now, I volunteer a lot, like I said. I volunteer on Pittsburgh Community Market. I'm the lead support team coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, I'm a PTA mom. I'm the PTA president at my son's school at Dunner Elementary School. So those are all the things that I do. How I'm helping the community, like I said, try to create a better publishing company that doesn't prey on people, that actually helps people to publish their work, keeps the credit and the funds actually with them, because I don't understand how if you publish a book for $20, the author only gets 95 cents.
Right.
So, and I mean, they show you the breakdown of how, what pays for what, but it still doesn't make sense to me. So,
So
going into the publishing world and trying to figure out how to make that more cost effective, but make it actually work for the writer. But I think most people will tell you most writers don't get their money from book sales. They get their monies from doing tours, signing,
right.
those kind of things. So, but still, there's a lot of people out there that has talent, but we won't ever know because there's not enough people taking a chance on those small or new authors. So
Most definitely.
that's
Most
kind of like what I want to do.
So what's one challenge that you're having, or one challenge that you're overcoming when it comes to developing that business?
I am not overcoming anything. We are stuck at trying to start.
That's
My partner and I, we've talked about, getting together and starting this business, but we are still talking about it. We haven't actually done anything. And she has a full-time job. I don't, but between my volunteer stuff is pretty much like a full-time job. So, and then I chauffeur between my sister and my son. I chauffeur everybody around. So that's my afternoon. I pull chauffeur duties.
Well, I would say let's definitely set up a call. Let's get you on board with the mob, so we can really just speed that along, and so that we can pull all our resources together to get that started. And that's the first step, getting it started. And like Don said, we can put together an outline so we can really just pinpoint exactly what steps we need to take, what boxes we need to check off, and kind of go from there.
Okay, I'll definitely do that. I'll reach out.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Just let me know available time for you sometime this week or next week, and we're gonna set up that call for sure. Let's do it. So, well, we'll pretty much because, well, let's do it from here. What's one change you've seen a business owner that you've known that's already in motion? What's one small change you've seen them make that impacted their growth? And it could be any business. It could any business owner that you know. What's one thing that you've seen them change?
I think the follow-up is always key. Like, sometimes like how you follow up too, that's just diversifying. But like, when you have like your sign up roster and people take down they give you their contact information, sometimes we'll forget to like, go that step and actually add them to if you have a newsletter, adding them to the newsletter, or if they tell you to contact them, like reaching back out. Like those are like key. That follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We actually talked about that maybe a few weeks ago when we touched on customer service. That's one of our modules as well, but that's definitely a huge key when it comes to providing excellent customer service. The follow up is definitely key. You hit that right on the head for sure. I appreciate you, Queen. Who we got next? Who we got next? Let me get Adam next. What's going on, Adam?
Hey guys. So let's see. Quick intro. Hi, I'm Dr. Adam Dinners. I use modular technology to get affordable housing and whatever the hell else you want me to build up
Mhm.
and running, but I prefer affordable housing. I can tell you that primarily I only work with minority owned businesses. My business happens to be minority owned. We are veteran, female, and black owned. Let's see. A major thing that I have changed that has really helped me out is I took the Warrior Rising class for free, and they taught me how to do a pitch deck and how to effectively do a 3-minute video. So next month, if I'm lucky, I'm going to be flown out to Utah to do a presentation for $20,000. And because of some of that grant help, I just filled out another grant for $100,000, and then I do a lot of the Hello Skip stuff. Um, you guys all should be on Hello Skip phone calls because literally yesterday they gave out $5,000. So none of you guys won it. Someone should have, because there's enough of us on this call that we should each win $1,000. So that being said, what's a small change I did that made my business better? I stopped doing my business for me. So I took my business and completely changed about 2 years ago. So it's not real recent, but I changed it from something that I wanted for me to something that would be better for people. And that made all the difference in the world. And it happened to be a hell of a lot more profitable once I turn a profit. So that in itself are the things I've done. Um, oh, and uh
A
the
challenge that
queen that just Donette, Donette, I just sent you some information. I want to send you the Warrior Rising information because anyone that's a veteran should be able to take should get onto their stuff and just be able to rock through and have access to all sorts of cool things.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Adam, man, you the plug when it comes on the resources, man. They better take advantage. Or like you said, if you haven't been on the Skip lives, hey, if you don't need no money, if you don't need no extra money, hey, that's on you. So, we've been sending out the link. Chrissy, if you could send that link again in the chat, make sure everybody got it. That'd be perfect. But yeah, hey, let's get this free money, you guys, for sure. And this is something that spoke on. I ain't gonna speak on it too much again, but this is what we spoke on. I want to say last week when we was talking about funding and investments. But at the end of the day, have a plan, you guys. So if you don't have a business plan already, make sure you get with us so we can put together your business plan. But I always suggest that you have a plan before you seek funding. Actually know exactly what you're going to be spending this money on, so you won't be put in a situation where you're back at square one after the money is gone. So that's a huge one. And another confirmation that you said, Adam, was figuring out what your business and what problem, like I said before, what problem is your business solving. Whenever it's about you, hey, that's a whole nother ball game. But when you make this thing about someone else providing a resource or providing value to someone else, providing value to the community, you're never going to lose, you guys. You're never going to lose. So that's a huge win. And it's just a bigger payoff when, you do start bringing in revenue. So it's just a bigger payoff, just something for you guys to think on. And that's why we pretty much, switched up our intro as well, because I want to know what problem are you guys solving. I don't want to just know the name of your business or what you do within the company, or the great things about your company, but what problem are you solving? And once you guys dig deep into that, you can't lose. So I appreciate you, Adam. I appreciate you. Who next? Who next? Who
I
next?
also wanted to say super quick, sir, Mazel Tov. I saw your post about the baby situation, so Mazel Tov.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. We got a new mob member coming in. So can I get who else we got next? Let me make sure I don't miss nobody. Can I get Gabe? Gabe Wilson.
Yes, sir. All right, yes. So I'm your tech guy, Gabe. Own a tech company, Edgy Design Group. I've had it for 10 years now. And last year, October, I stopped taking any customers. I was passing them on to my team to really just buckle down and learn AI. I just was taking numerous classes, buying a bunch of software, getting certified, with Microsoft, different places. And it took me 10 months to come up with like an invention that like I realize now that I'm the only one on the market that has, and is these AI voice agents. And I guess the icebreaker question was, what was the one change that I made? It was what I was calling them, AI voice agents, AI voice assistants. No one knew what that was. So by me changing the name to AI call centers, everybody knew what that was. And then the orders started coming in from major corporations and things. So it was just a matter of changing the terminology of what we call it in the tech world versus what everybody else could relate to. So call centers.
Yes,
So that was probably the biggest change. And the problem that it solves a lot of problems, but I'll go with scalability since I guess that's the topic for tonight. So now businesses can handle higher volumes of customer interactions without needing to hire additional staff, and it helps to scale operations and efficiencies with these AI voice agents.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They need it, man. We've been basically, introducing AI to a lot of companies in this last year and a half, last 2 years. So I'm glad that you're on that. I definitely want to, touch more bases on that as well. So what's one challenge you're having when it comes to business development and advertising?
So the one challenge that I had was creating SOPs. So I was the only one, that knew AI either on my team. So I had to create some SOPs for me to be able to scale. So I didn't have that in place. Everything was either in my head or in a notebook. I didn't have any formal documentation. Okay, y'all see my little 3-year-old, so I can relate to Darwin or whatnot. But yes, so having those SOPs in place is what I needed.
I love it. I love it. And for those who don't know what an SOP is, can you explain that real quick?
Sorry, standard operating procedures. So since I kept pretty much everything in my head or in a notebook, so to train people to come, and to create, because Eden, say hello. Say hello. Hello. Okay. Okay, now you good now. Okay. So yeah, the standard operating procedure. So now my whole team or anyone that I hire will have set guidelines so everything is consistent across the board.
Sir, I love it. I love it. And this is something, and I love that these topics and these um these different confirmations is coming up because it's all tying in together, because this is something that we spoke about a few weeks ago when we went over operations and logistics. So if you wasn't on that brainstorming session, or even if you was, it's always good to go back on our recaps to see how all of these things tie in together, right? So I'm glad. I appreciate you, King. And I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm glad you took some time out to tap in. I definitely want to follow up with you maybe tomorrow or something, and talk about how we can build more, and figure out a solution for just figure out more solutions and brainstorm. I'm a big techie myself, so I'm really heavy on AI, and that's something that we utilize AI tools really every single day. So I'm excited. I'm always excited to see more people get in touch with AI. So I appreciate you, King, for sure.
Appreciate you, my brother. This is a nice group you have here, and you're doing big things here. So thank you for putting me on to the group, man. Thank you.
Let's keep building. Let's keep building. Who we got next? Who we got next? I want to make sure I don't miss nobody. Hey, we got to get our mob member. What's going on, Marvette? What's going on, mob?
Hello, hello.
How you
I
doing?
love seeing all the dads.
Say that again.
I say I love seeing the girls dance.
Right.
I
Yeah.
love to see.
We coming.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't no girl dad. We having a little king, but hey, we still here. Super dad, super dads in the building.
Interacting with the kids, so that's good. So, okay, my name is Marvette Nelson. My name of my business, Jamaica Me Fit. I'm originally from Jamaica, which is why the name is Jamaica Me Fit. The problem that I'm trying to solve, I know that we're inundated with a lot of fitness app and everybody talking about fitness, but I would like to educate, especially women over 50, about the importance of being healthy, getting fit, exercising, nutrition, and I just kind of like teaching the fundamentals of the importance of being fit, because we go through so much with like menopause and all that, all that stuff, and I feel like women kind of go through it alone and they don't realize how important it is that being fit, eating right, and all that contribute to their overall health. So that's the problem that I'm trying to solve. The challenges that I'm having is, like I said, there's a lot of the social media is inundated with fitness apps, right? So I'm kind of trying to be a little bit different, trying to figure out how to be different from everybody else. Hence why plus it's important to me with, women over 50, because I am over 50. So that's also important to me. And another challenge is right now I'm putting courses together to teach women about like just the fundamentals of getting fit and being healthy. And this is my first time doing it, so it's a little bit challenging, but I am learning a lot from it. And the last question is about the growth.
Yes. What's one thing that you changed in your business that helped your business grow unexpectedly?
So I don't think it's grown yet, but I'm hoping. Well, yes, obviously, you guys, Mom.
About to say now, come on now.
Yes, you guys have helped me, yeah, because you've helped me with my social media. That has grown. You guys taken that from the basic, and it has grown. So I thank you guys for that. But I'm hoping that the courses that I'm putting together will help grow my business and really help people. Even if it helps like one person, it will be worth it. So that's two things.
Most definitely.
And also, and I'm learning Chat GPT because that's helped me to put my courses together too. So
let's go. If you on this call and you're not using Chat GPT, man, we got some real problems, because I've been putting people into that tool for a minute now. So everybody should be getting acquainted with that. Real quick, I wanted to touch on something. I know you were saying one of your challenges were putting together these courses. What specifically what's challenging? Is it the interface as far as like the platform that you're using? Is that challenging? Is it just
not so much the platform, but because I have 6 modules with 3 lessons each, so it's trying to figure out what's the most important thing to put in the courses where people would really get enough out of it, where they'll start exercising, they'll start at least thinking about doing what I have in the lessons. And also I try to make it a little bit light by making it funny so people can kind of like relate to it. And trust me, Chat GPT has helped me with that too. So yeah, that's the challenges that I'm having. But I'm almost done with the course. And I'm really proud of it. It's just recordings. It's audio recording. So
I'm excited. Let's go. And then that was about to actually be one of my suggestions is, play around with different prompts, even just like what you just said, put that directly into Chat GPT.
No, seriously, if you're doing, you have to use Chat GPT. It's so good.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely been a game changer even for us. So definitely, I think the right path for sure. I can't wait to see the courses and continue on with our journey, and just definitely keep growing this thing out, because I think people need what you're offering. Especially when it comes to health and wellness. That's always a need for life. So most definitely keep up the great work, Queen, for sure.
Thank you.
Who we got next? Can I get Tron on?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tron Banks. The founder and co-director of Pittsburgh Community Market, and we're a makers and growers market in the oldest historically Black neighborhood in Atlanta, which is Pittsburgh Community. So makers and growers market basically people who make and grow a product. It can be physical or a digital product. We also cater to filmmakers, digital creators. And one of the things that I think we changed recently that helped us as a business is really getting back to the community and retaining those community members. And when I say getting back to the community, so our market, what we realized our first year, we're situated right along the Atlanta Beltline Southside Trail. We realized that we basically have to bring the traffic to the community. Pittsburgh is a high turnover neighborhood. If you don't know about Atlanta, Atlanta is going through a gentrification. I don't want to call it, well, it's basically a process. It's a cycle within the real estate process. So a lot of private developers came and bought a lot of properties inside of Pittsburgh. And what we're realizing is it's hard for our small businesses to retain customers because you may not see those same people the next year because a lot of the houses, I think it's like 80% of the homes in Pittsburgh are either Airbnbs or rentals. So we're not seeing the same people from one year to the next. That's probably one of our biggest challenges is retaining those people. So one change that we made is getting back to the core community, those legacy residents who are still inside the community and looking to do events. So we do culturally curated events along the Atlanta Beltline to activate what is known as Pittsburgh Yards. It's a 30-acre development. Um, and the Beltline, actually, the Atlanta Beltline, they own about 15 acres of that. And the Andy Casey Foundation owns another 15 acres of that. And we're on the Andy Casey side of things. And we're going into our 5th year. So I feel like this could be a make or break year for us. We're working on a permit in perpetuity for that space. And what that would mean for us is any events that came through that space on the Andy Casey side, basically people would have to go through us to have an event there. So the events are in our necessity because, like I said, we have to create the actual traffic. If you don't see those people who are staying in the community to spend that dollar, they're usually going outside of the community. So we're creating the traffic for that side of town. So you may see things on the other side of town, like I think people familiar with the East Side Trail of the Atlanta Beltline. We have the opportunity in this space to create those types of events that people gravitate towards for the next, as long as we want to do it, basically, and we keep our license agreement up. So there's a lot of challenges, but I think more than the challenges is more opportunity than anything. And as far as scaling is concerned, I think the sky's the limit. We're just looking for the right partners and the right group of people to scale our group with consistency. We can see our outdoor market growing into an indoor-outdoor market that has fresh food, retail, even being disruptive in the film market. I went to film school myself. I'm a film major at Georgia State, graduated in 2018, and I feel like the short content, that part of filmmaking can be tapped into a lot more. We can create sustainable media that better reflects things that are going on in the Black community instead of having to just look any kind of way in the media because we don't control it. So I mean, it's a lot of moving parts to our market, and when I tell people the story and what we do, a lot of people that I've been accelerated with is saying we're biting off way more than we can see, but we hope to do all these things in phases. We're focusing on food first, mental health, another big thing. You can't talk about spending money until people are just in the right mind space to do things. Because a lot of our communities in London, especially on the south side and southwest side of the town, have been disenfranchised. So, like I said, we've been working on a lot of different things. We had a really good meeting with the Andy Casey Foundation earlier today. They're extending us to year 5. So, it's, like I said, it's a show and prove year for us. They want to see the metrics. They want to see everything move. And I feel like once we do that, and one thing I really want to work on is just being able to show them that this is something that needs to keep going along that stretch. So, like I said, we're looking for partners. We're looking for people who have event ideas to partner with us. We're looking for sponsorships to add to our partners and sponsors that we already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you already know the mob is still interested in being a partner. I love what you guys are doing over there at Pittsburgh Yards, and we definitely look forward to building with you guys a little bit more. I got a bunch of ideas that we can incorporate, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, King, for sure.
I'm definitely.
But you guys are doing a great job. Just keep up the great work. Bringing the community together and bringing awareness to what you guys are doing for sure, for sure. So
absolutely, absolutely.
So real quick, what's one thing that you guys have changed so far over at Pittsburgh Yards that have had a major impact so far?
I would say we got back to telling our story. I think we I don't say completely got away from it, but we haven't been telling people our story, and that's what got us the buy-in the first place was the story of Pittsburgh Yard. So I think being a part of the overall Pittsburgh Yard and letting people know that we're not only affiliated, but they're backing it is helping us sell ourselves a little bit more than us coming as an entity. Like people need to feel like this is a lot bigger than our group, which it really is. There's statistics going around saying that by the year 2050, Black communities will have zero equity in them, and you can see it play out in real time. That we're losing businesses or businesses, Black businesses in Black communities aren't making it to the second generation, and we're also losing homes in our community. So we're losing a lot of equity. But telling that story and making what we do feel like a mission as opposed to like a pop up or a farmers market, getting that buy-in. That's what attracting more people who are willing to get down in the trenches and really do the work as opposed to somebody who just want to come and make some money for a day. It's a big difference. So we're looking for people who are farsighted and want to see the narrative change for the next 50 years and not, come and make a few dollars and then we won't see you again for next year. So like just getting that story told in a professional fashion or just word of mouth. Like people need to know the story and need to know the mission. But that's one major thing, just getting back to telling it.
Hey, it goes back to that storytelling. Like I always preach, man, we have to tell these stories and tell them in different ways. There's so many different ways to do that. I think that's something that we took, we spoke on in our first meeting as well, telling these stories and, not just as far as like Pittsburgh Yards, but telling the stories behind the businesses that's patronizing and, that have a home within Pittsburgh Yards, really getting those stories out. Excuse me, but I appreciate you came for sure.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I'm trying to join as many of these as I possibly can. Like I said, I feel like it's a good group of people, and I see business owners and entrepreneurs on here who are looking to do something similar. So hopefully you can connect and build.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We doing it. We already doing it. That's the first step. So I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody that's, like I said, take the time out to build with us and, build together, for the most part. This is all about the community. It's not about the mob. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about building up our economies and not waiting on somebody else to, build it for us. So, we gotta take that first initiative and the first initiative is really building, real relationships and making sure that we're mastering our craft as well, making sure that we're on top of our business as well. It starts with that. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. I don't want to hold you guys up too much longer. I want to leave you guys with assignment that's really gonna tie back into scaling. So what I want you to do, I want you to write down one key action that you guys will take in the next month to support your scaling efforts. And next week, I want you guys to come back on and share those exercises and share those actions if you're comfortable. But that's one thing. Even if you don't want to share, this should still be something that you do. And like I said, these assignments is for you guys. It's not for us, or it's not going to benefit us or anything like that, or hurt us if you don't do them. So, but I definitely want to see all of you guys, reach your full potential. So we make sure that we're staying on track. So again, this week's assignment is to write down one key action you'll take in the next month to support your scaling efforts. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing those assignments to hear what actions we need to take. And yeah, if you guys, I'm actually gonna post our website in the chat too. If you guys have any other business owners that you want to invite onto our brainstorming session, or think that they would be a good fit, far as becoming a member advisor or a mentor for the mob, or if they want to become an affiliate as well, we do have our affiliate program where we're offering 15% commission, or we're offering a $250 credit per referral that'll go towards whatever membership you're interested in or whatever resource you may need for your business. And the whole goal is to, like I said, to keep everything within the community and to spread more awareness and making sure everybody is happy. And we can't do it alone. We gotta, we have to move as a unit, you guys. So, we want to make sure you guys have all the initiative that you need to make sure that we moving forth with that and making sure that you guys are, and making sure that we're bringing the right people within our community as well. Because everybody can't come. This ain't for everybody. You get what I'm saying? So, again, I want to, just thank every single one of you guys for hopping on another win day, another successful brainstorming session. I think we covered a lot of great topics, and I appreciate you guys. So yeah, let's again, if you have any questions or concerns for me, and or about any of our programs, any of our modules within our community, or just about our community in general, everybody should have my number. Feel free to contact me anytime, you guys, and let's continue on building. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night.
Real quick before we go, Gabe, there's a question in there about the difference. Can you in the chat? Can you look at that real quick and answer that? Because I really want to know the answer too.
Yes, I just answered it. I said AI voice agents, they can hold a conversation, and versus the other ones, the IVRs can just do press prompt 1, press prompt 2. They can't hold a conversation. And then what makes mine different, I trained mine with emotional intelligence. So it's not like a robot. It can actually technically feel what the person's going to, since it's trained on emotional intelligence. So it can sense your frustration. Mhm. Yes. So that's the difference. That makes any sense.
Yes, sir. It makes too much sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll let you hear a demo. Call this number right here and have a conversation with it. You're not gonna believe it. It's 313. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Hold on, let's see. I know you in who's in Detroit? Let's see. This is Shinola's right here. This is their voice agent. And I mean, try to trip it up. Just test it. It's crazy what that bot can do. Just so that's the number right there. Let me know what you think.
Sir. And I see Miss Angela got her hand up real quick. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Miss Angela, did you have a
Let's see. Actually, let's see.
Delano, can you hear me? Hold on for a minute, Sharice. Delano.
We can hear you, man. We can hear you.
Okay, excellent. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to send over to you the link for the election watch night party.
Okay.
So that you can invite everyone, send the link out to everyone. So I would love for everyone to be there for that night. We're going to have some cocktails and have some great conversation and watch the race and just get excited about and learn about some things that we can do once we hire these people to represent us.
Yes.
Gabe, I could keep you on the phone all night asking you questions about your phone bot, because that's pretty cool. Having helped run a massive phone system for Walgreens and having to redo their entire tree multiple times every time someone had a stick up their ass about how things should change. But I do have one simple question. With having it be AI, how much hardware is needed to be able to handle real traffic. When I mean real traffic, I'm talking 100 to 200,000 calls a day.
Oh, nice, nice. That so just to give you an idea, one agent can hold between 10 to 18 calls simultaneously. So it's really depending on how many calls are coming in at one time, but they work 24/7. They can work 24/7, but one agent can hold, so let's just say 10, but it can be between 10 and 18 calls simultaneously.
Okay,
So
so let
yeah.
me tell you what I was used to way back in the day,
Uh-huh.
when some of the people on this call weren't even born in like 2001. I was I helped the electric company for Illinois, ComEd, with their phone system, and I hooked them up with a new server that could handle 50,000 phone calls a minute. And the
Wow.
hardware to do that, it had 8 processors, it had as much RAM as can fit in this compact, and it was huge. It was $380,000 back in that time's money just to be able to, and I built 6 of them. So this
Wow.
was a huge, huge deal.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I couldn't, I don't think I could fathom how to build for AI with all the GPUs and all that stuff, how to do what you do. So that's pretty neat. Because have you seen, like, can your AI run on ARM architecture or does it just run on GPUs? This is really
Actually,
geeky and I'm really sorry.
no, 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 no. That's cool. I love it. Yeah, actually, I have, but I have not seen it to the magnitude, of what you just described. So you
Okay.
got me and I over here. I'm like, and I haven't had any clients come on board yet that have that type of call volume.
Mhm.
Um, we are trying to work with the city, and so that would be like the water company, um the towing, the city
Mhm.
towing services of the city. And so that would probably be the highest right now. That Sonola bot, we just have it in the Detroit location right now, but for Christmas they scaling up. They have 16 locations, and so they're going to scale up to do all of their locations and then the hotels. So that still won't be the type of volume that you're describing. So you got me over here thinking, and that's just been on my mind lately, of scaling, and would I be ready for that?
I
So
think you should think bigger than that. I think you should look at 911 services.
I was just
Because if
thinking.
you're able to capture
uh,
all the E911 information, because there's a new desktop out that I think is 64 or 128 ARM cores. And it's for one of the companies that does Linux-based computers. And I think that would be a brilliant way of doing what you're doing and to be able to scale your business up at $5,000 a box because it has the 512 gigs RAM but it's the sheer cores, the ARM cores that are just crazy in my head where I'm thinking what you do, that makes sense. And by the way, I hate IT. Isn't that the weird part? Out of all this geeky crap I'm talking, I have been out of IT and I've been loving not being in IT. But
wow. Uh-huh.
I just because I knew a guy that had a pager business as a side business in the
Yeah.
90s and O's and even well up until like in the teens. And all the doctors and all of the emergency services that use pagers were him. And he was out of his basement in a small little shitty town in Illinois, and he was just rocking it because no one wanted to do pagers anymore. And he just took it over. And he was a manager at Radio Shack full time because he wanted benefits and didn't want to pay for them himself. So that being said, I
Fire.
think you really should think really, really big business because 911, that would be massive to be able to fall over to a real person, but be able to capture
Yes.
their quick information
Yes.
super quick is
Yes.
just incredible.
Wow. See, Yeah, no. Thank you for that. Because yeah, you got me thinking bigger. Originally I was a little nervous because I built this actually for attorneys because I wanted to have a monthly retainer. And I said, who knows monthly retainers better than attorneys, right? So, but then I got to thinking if anybody was going to sue me, it was going to be an attorney as well. So, yeah, 911, I'm just thinking like liability wise. Now, so far, so good with these bots as far as accuracy.
But you also have to understand for 911, they get more bogus calls than they do actual emergency calls. So to have a bot that can sift through all of that garbage, or not so much garbage, but the non-emergency, because everybody dials 911, whether it's an emergency or not. And when there is an emergency, it takes the other day I was literally sitting in traffic. I looked over to my left, and there was a shooting at a gas station. I'm shitting you not. A shooting at a gas station. I did the dumbest thing ever. I called 911. Because as I'm driving, I'm like, maybe I should call 911. Because I saw one of the shooters and maybe they want to know. And I was like, okay, I guess. And I literally, I drove maybe 2 or 3 blocks and I called. And it took until I got home, which was another 15, 20-minute ride before I finally started talking to somebody. And I had to sit in my car to finish the conversation. So if you can create something to get through all of that, that would be amazing.
Yeah, because I realized no one is using this. Their calling systems. Yeah, it's all that press 1 to speak to this department. It's not this conversational AI that's out now. So it's like any industry is kind of fair game. But you're right. They
Please tell me
definitely
you have
have
a
a need
patent on
for
this
it.
thing. Please tell me you have your patent.
Yeah.
Please tell me. Please don't.
I had to
Never sell it.
I didn't realize I had something until all the people tried to steal it from me, and it took me a while to realize it. Yeah, I had agencies try to, I'm like, wait a minute, because it took me a minute to figure it out. But wow, yeah, you guys have some amazing, some great ideas. Got my brain turning. Someone else said there was a suicide hotline, and they said they get a lot of people that call.
Oh my God! Yes, the military one.
Wow. Yeah,
suicide, a sexual assault. I'm going through a moment, and I need somebody to talk to.
Right. And they said sometimes it's the same person calling every night. They just want to, somebody to talk to. Yeah, so I heard about that as well. But
You
so
should also look into 311 services. Not every city has them, but when it's straight up information, that would be seriously profitable. Because if you're able to take a couple of people and give them more time to do the hard calls, that could save a city like Chicago hundreds of millions a year minimum.
Yes. Now I agree. It was September, no, the end of August when I figured out the correct term, AI call centers. So, I'm still kind of in the beginning stages, but so the call center, that was the key word in getting clients to coming in. So now it's kind of like what to do next. Yeah. But definitely check out that demo. I think after y'all hear it, y'all gonna have some more suggestions for me. But thank you, because I'm gonna look into that. So right now I'm trying to scale and get some people on board to help me build them. I got it pretty much automated now, but it's still, still trying to figure out how to scale it as well. But I got it pretty much automated, where it's just, the ending stages of getting it set up for clients. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Getting that brain going,
Yes,
So
sir.
I appreciate you guys, man. Let's keep on building. Like I said, I can't wait to build with you guys next week. Let's take this week out to get those assignments done, and let's keep building outside of this as well. Like I said, I'm definitely going to set up some calls with a few of you guys, if not all of you guys. If you're not a member already, let's build. Let's get on the call and figure out what type of resources we could pull together to make this relationship work. So. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. You guys have a blessed night, man. I'll talk to you guys shortly.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great night.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, y'all.
Thank you.